Welcome back guys to a brand new video. Now today we are going to do a video that I'm sure lots of you guys are interested in seeing. Today we are going to be comparing the size of the Ossidon compared to a bunch of other creatures, obviously one being the Titanosaur. We're going straight in with the Titanosaur because that's all that matters today. We're going to be spawning in a level 1 Ossidon and a level 1531 to see how close this creature really gets to something like the Titanosaur. Now, if you guys do enjoy today's video, drop a like and subscribe because these beasts are about to be compared as well with other creatures. So, yeah, we're on Valguero Ascended and we thought that this would be the best spot to do our comparison. So, let's get straight into this, starting off with a Ossidon. So, when we go to load dinos, we want to ensure we've got ourselves some saddles, because that is one of the things that we're going to need for this video. So, we're going to go Ossidon saddle. We only need a couple, so if we go for, like, you know what, get 5 saddles, and then we need some Titanosaur saddle, so if we just give ourselves a couple of them. Oh, we only need one because we're just comparing it to one of them. And what we're going to do now is spawn in the so we'll start with Ossidon level 1 and we'll compare the size of the Ossidon level 1 to a Titanosaur. Now, as I said, the higher the level of the Ossidon, the bigger the Ossidon is. So if we compare it to a survivor, at a level 1, it's big, but it's not that big, in my personal opinion. I think that it's fairly small as a level 1. Like, it's not the Titan killer that you want to be bringing in as a level 1, that's for sure. And then what we're going to do is we are going to spawn in a Titanosaur and compare it to the level 1 to see how far apart they are. So from what I've already kind of seen from the Bronto in the background, I'm not expecting the Ossidon to really get close. And as you can really imagine at this moment in time, the Ossidon kind of is about the size of the Titanosaur's foot. If you really think about it, let's put the platform saddle on the Titanosaur and move with that because we're encumbered. But if we go over and we put the saddle on and we walk over to the Ossidon on our Titanosaur, I mean, we knew this thing was going to be massive, the Ossidon, but it is just nowhere near, is it? It is just nowhere near the size. I mean, I was expecting the Ossidon to be about up to around its belly. That's really what I expected. So I couldn't have been really more wrong. I mean, it looks cool. And it is pretty big. But I did expect it to be that bigger. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to spawn in the level 1500 Ossidon and compare the size of it then. Because it really does make a difference, guys. Like, it seriously does make a difference. When you see the size of the Ossidon level 1 to the Ossidon level 1531, you'll really tell the difference. So we'll let that Rex battle it out and we will spawn in our higher level Ossidon. So let's do that now. So did you expect these to be bigger or are you happy with the size? Let me know. So we're going to go ahead and spawn this 1000 and we're going to summon Tame. And here we have, are we going to have an Ossidon level 1500 against a Rex? It looks like we are. And a Titanosaur. Oh, they're all getting involved. Yeah, that's a bad day for the Rex. So, that is actually lined up perfectly, that battle for us there. So, as you can see, the difference in size of an Ossidon max level and a Titanosaur is pretty big. Like, it's never going to be bigger than the Titanosaur because it's just not going to be possible to have something that big roaming around the map. It causes lag. But when we actually get onto it, it kind of does come up to its stomach, doesn't it? When you really compare it. So if we go right up next to it, they're not like the easiest things to control. I mean, we go side to side. So if we do it side to side there, we do that. Let's go and let's pop into photo mode to make it that little bit easier. And we go into photo mode, and we'll spin around, and we compare it. I mean, the Titanosaur is a lot bigger, but it's still a massive brute. But that is max level. That is max level Titanosaur that you're getting, a max level Ossidon that you're getting there. So what we'll do now is we'll spawn in a Bronto and compare it to a Bronto, because I feel like that is probably more its level. Now, not in terms of attack ability, but in terms of, like, because this thing can take down things. Like, a Bronto is no match for an Ossidon whatsoever. But we're doing a video based on size here. So let's go for Bronto. And we will compare what that looks like at, you know, it just has to be level 1. It doesn't matter. And we'll compare it to the Bronto. Let's have a look. So they're fairly on par, really, in the sense of, you know, they're, like, when it comes to height, I would say an Ossidon, if it could stand, which I don't think it can, it's pretty much on a Bronto's level. But that's at max size. So it's definitely not a comparison. It's not a creature for a Titan, and it's not well, for a Titanosaur, and it's not really the Titan-like creature I think we initially imagined. I still think it will be able to take down Titans. I just don't think on the level that we had initially expected. Is this the aiming, isn't it? I've not really done the aiming properly. I thought that looked like that'd gone... It does, like, kind of AoE damage, right? But anyway, that is your kind of Titanosaur, Ossidon, Bronto kind of size comparison video. Maybe we should compare it to a Giga as well to see... Maybe... Is it... I'm guessing it's a Giga killer. I'm sure it's going to be a Giga killer. I mean... It's definitely a parasite killer. That's that's for sure. But I mean, that's how it destroys things. So we'll spawn in a tamed Giga, and then we will let them fight. So we will just let it be a random level. We won't but well, for the tamed one, 1 second. It's like that, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll spawn in just like a level 50, something like that, summon tamed, and then we can compare the size of the Giga. Oh. Oh. See, this for me seems more like actually kind of on par than doing a video on the Titanosaur. I think that was a little, but this kind of works out that little bit better. Let's have a look at it from the face on. Yeah, I mean, Giga's taller, but obviously, you know, that's because it's standing up on one leg. So the biggest question will be what's going to win in a fight between a Giga and an Ossidon. And of course, but this is a level 1,500. So but then when you compare a level 1 to the Giga, how much smaller is that? Right, Ossidon. Level... Should we just do a level 50 instead of a level 1? Because that seems a little bit more fair. Level 50. I knew that was going to happen. I mean, that's actually helped me out there. But it's quite a lot smaller, isn't it? A level 50 to a Giga. And what would win in terms of stats? 3,500 health. 17,000. Yeah, I mean, something's telling me this is not as powerful as I once believed it is. I mean, I could be completely wrong in this video, and I'm kind of hoping I am, but I could kind of, it kind of feels like I'm expecting it to get some form of buff or something. But anyway, guys, I guess we'll end it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. A level 1,500. I get behind that. But a 75, it's tiny. It really is tiny. Well, maybe I'm being harsh. I don't know. But I'm going to leave it for you guys to work out. And I'm going to leave you a really cool shot here, because I'm going to take the saddle off. I think they look really cool without a saddle on. A Giga. And look at that. That does look very... That looks cool, doesn't it? I like that. That's a really cool image. Very nice. Right, anyway, catch you guys in a bit.